Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. I am your humble lore master, Don Marshall, and around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi, internet
Hello,
friends.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
We want to make podcast listeners aware of something real quick. Charlotte is going to be arriving a little bit late, and also Zach is feeling deathly ill via Halloweth, so some method acting was taken a little bit too far. So we will be having people basically float in and out of various scenes as people come in and out of consciousness, depending on how well we all survive the next hour and a half. We had about a 3-hour episode last week, so we are going to keep this one relatively short because this, as my players are well aware, is going to be our final episode in Gondor before the players all start making their way towards Mordor. A couple of things before we get started. We want to thank a few folks. You can thank Sarah M. Shunky. She is at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram for the art. The battle maps are done by Little Wit, the cartographer. The music is done by Cullen Vance. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com. Also want to give a shout out because I'm wearing the shirt, the Unpredicted Party poster artwork, Holly Brown. She is at Holly Brown Designs, and you can go check out her information as well. She may be doing some more stuff for us as we wrap up the end of this campaign. So, without further ado, we want to thank Free League Publishing for sending us the copy of The One Ring. We also want to thank our sponsor. You can go to The Rook and the Raven for all of your TTRPG note-taking needs. That's therookandtheraven.com. Tori has exactly one page left in her notebook, and it is tense. There was a lot of Halloweth lore we dropped last time. Sorry about that one, everybody, but not really that sorry. We are going to pick things up as a kind of crescendo fades. As Halloweth, you have successfully been healed, both in body and mind, both Thea and Roa. You can look that up in the Nature of Middle Earth as the part of elven bodies. I'll have Chris do an explainer on that one maybe a little later. But we begin sort of in the midst of you all taking it in that Thranduil has just declared himself to no issue from Elrond, the High King of the Elves, thinking of basically no one more deserving at this point, except for perhaps Arwen, but she's got Gondor to deal with. So we're going to pick things up the next day as Halloweth, you sit still very sore and uncomfortable, mentally and physically exhausted. But first, is everybody ready to get started?
Oh,
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. And welcome back. Usually I do the recap right now, but we have already done it because we're moving things along. So we will pick things up the next day. Halloweth, as you come into a slight consciousness that is fading in and out, similar to how Zach is feeling now, you glance up at the finger that you cut off to save the Lady Galadriel, and the darkness, the tainted, almost blood of sorts that was running up your arm, but you managed to stop through power of will and the elven magic within you, has dissipated completely. It is no longer on your finger, and it does still hurt where you were pierced by the Morgul blade. But you begin to feel the two wounds almost symbiotically connected to each other still somehow, almost as if a phantom pain has presented itself in both of these ways. In the same way that Frodo will never truly recover, you are an elf, it will be different, but there are still some side effects from that. What's going through your head right now besides brain fog?
Mainly relief, I think, is going to be a primary thing. It's going to be soft and calm, and the storm of words and emotions, mainly negative, those guilty feelings, the feelings of loneliness, those have all gone, but there were the remnants in the aftermath is still there. So he's very kind of a little tense, but that's going to dissipate over time. He's just thankful. He feels grateful. He's lying in bed thinking, I have a family now. I have something that I can push forward with and people I can go forward with to then our final mission, our final and complete this task which we were assigned so long ago.
Mm.
He's just grateful at this point.
Okay. Do me a favor and make me a lore check, please.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, what does it
Gravel,
mean?
yeah.
First roll of the night.
First rolls. I've got quite a few in law, so we should be good. And I'm favored at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. Okay, 6, 10, 13, 14, and 19. So I beat my target
19.
number by several.
Got it.
Yeah,
Halloweth,
8.
as you wake up, what is the first thing that you do with your hands upon realizing that it is sort of different, that the darkness has left?
Yeah, I realized I'm holding this up to the YouTube viewers. I can't remember which finger he cut off. So
I think it was that ring.
it was
finger.
that one.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah, yeah,
don't,
yeah.
if it's not, then don't come for me. Okay, I don't
The-
remember.
The
But-
audience will forgive us. We are recording this in real time over 3 years, and it was supposed to be done 40-ish episodes ago. This is episode I don't even remember. But what is the first thing that you think he does with his hands as he sort of sees that happen?
He'll examine them, he'll feel where he cut it off, and he'll try and can he kind of have a magical sense within him to see what remnants of darkness still remain and which parts are connected to his wound.
I think I saw you touching your own finger. Would you
Yeah.
bring your other hand up to it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think as soon as you touch it, you feel a wind that is not normal in its nature. You feel an almost kind of magical sort of messaging. You are more in touch with the nature and the world around you, and you begin to feel almost a kind of aura pulsing off of you as a magical surge of some kind that you know to be mental is within you. And I will invite you now, Zach, to, if you would like, mention the document that I sent you a couple of days ago about the magic system that you now have access to, because as your brain begins to tingle, you feel as if the power flowing within you is significantly stronger and significantly more able to be defined. Also, there's a good chance I didn't send it to you.
You didn't send it to me. I was going to mention
I
I've
am
received
so sorry about that.
a whole total of bugger all.
Check your
Big
email.
old goose egg.
Check your email in
So
about
I was
30
like,
seconds.
I was like furiously going, what did I just miss? I haven't
that's on
seen
me.
a word.
No,
That's
it's
on
perfect.
me.
Now it's all in
Did
real
we-
time.
Did we actually save magic through the power of friendship and found family?
Damn right we did.
I'm so happy right now.
Power of friendship. Where have you sent it? You sent it to
I
an
sent
email?
it to Zach.
Don't say my email out loud.
Yeah, I'm not going to say your email out loud. Yeah.
Please,
I
I don't
sent
need
it
that.
to-
Okay, I've got it.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, this is fun. Okay, cool. I've got abilities. Oh my goodness, I got so many abilities. Wow.
Cheater. Cheating at the game.
I'm so
Okay,
excited.
so-
Halloweth, feel free to go over this a little bit later, but if you would like to
Yeah.
explain, you can read it out to the group. As,
I mean, I'll mention the bits which I know that he will have.
Wait,
like,
Could
which he
we
will
find
have-
out like
you want to
in the
find out in
moment?
real time?
I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
Ooh,
but
yeah.
I'll
Ooh.
describe what he's feeling right now and what he's
Yeah, there it
probably
is.
hearing, because what he's hearing is probably the biggest thing which I can see.
Mhm.
What animals are around me right now?
You would want to either make an
Thranduil?
awareness check or a scan a
I will-
scan check.
Yeah, aside from Thranduil.
Yeah.
Okay, an awareness or a scan. Let's see what I'm
Yeah.
good at. I
Yeah.
will make a. He's not great. Oh, he's okay in awareness. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, he's doing everything he can to not be aware. Okay. What's it? 7.
Did we leave
10.
Ratchet
Oh no,
to
he
watch
beats it.
over
He
him?
beats it just. So 10, 14. He beats his target number by 2.
By 2. Okay.
On awareness,
Yeah, you see scurrying about the room Sir Ratchard and Feanor, whom you've had conversations with. As you begin to sort of reach out to them, you feel their minds as well as many of the minds that they have connected with as well, almost as if a kind of like mushroom messenger system pulse has been sent out.
Hive mind.
Cool.
Interesting. Sir Ratchet, Fëanor, I believe that is you. I would
Yes.
recognize those tales anywhere.
Well, thank you, Master Halloweth.
Yes. I can. Is the connection because they could talk before, right?
They could, yes.
Is this does this feel different? Do I know this is different?
You feel that this is different not only because you are understanding their speech, you are understanding their mind. You see their thought process, which is mostly food, friendship, all of that, like Osan way. You
Yeah.
kind of get a sense that, like, okay, this is what he's feeling. But then there is this other rat that he has spoken to or touched minds with in a kind of almost symbiotic hive mind relationship, which is not what you are typically used to when speaking with these animals.
Sir Ratchet and Fëanor, I believe I have an understanding of your entire kind, of everyone you've had a relationship with, and I'm goodness.
Have you touched the feeling?
Oh, that could be interpreted many different ways. What
forgive me. Does your mind connect with ours? Do you see and feel what we feel?
I really do.
It has been so with me and my brother since we arrived. It is a power to tap into. Strange that you are a part of it.
I am amazed and so honored to be in such great company, especially ones whose feelings and might are so powerful and for one so small.
Well, as you very well know, the smallest of creatures may turn the tides of a battle or change the fate of the world.
Yeah, do it.
Even the smallest creatures can change the course of history.
Quite right, and that is 6 HP to the final boss.
I set us both up for that. So
yeah, there it is.
Walked
there it is.
right into it.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. But okay, he's going to be just impressed. He's going to sort of lean down and try and look into see what else he can gather from their entire kind of demeanor and how they're acting right now.
You begin to understand a bit more about the nature itself, pardon the pun, the nature of Middle Earth, which is also a book title. You begin to feel a strong, deep connection. Thank you. Chris is holding up the book itself. A strong and very deep connection to the mortal world, as well as the world that you have heard people like Glorfindel discuss, literally being a shining beacon both within your spirit and your body. And it's fucking exhausting. You watch as Tariel walks into the room and hello, Charlotte.
Perfect timing.
Fantastic timing. We have sent Zach his character sheet's magic abilities, and he is sensing the pulse. I think if you want to find something specific, Halloweth, I would ask you to make me a check. This would sort of be the check to find more information. If it's more of a general sense, it would be more insight, but it will wipe you out.
I would like to. I'd like to know the main thing of what have I learned? What is the main thing that I've learned and that is different now that I can understand that will potentially like help me or improve me as a character in a way.
So I think this will be an insight check. You would have to maybe experiment a little bit more with it. And I think you get the sense, at least starting out, it is a gradual learning, but let's see how you do just based on your first guess.
Okay. Oh, don't be full. Oh, how dare you. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, quite a bit. I've got 6, 12, 17, 18, 21.
21. With a 21, I think you begin to understand that your girdle, your sense of being your purpose, your magic that you were, all of that information that Gandalf gave you, it's changed, but for the better. Whatever your father did to you, whatever this Morgul wound did to you, it's unclear yet. But in thinking back on it, it becomes clear to you pretty much instantly that the power that you have exuded was both innate and given to you. And the power that you feel now is the purified version of that increased mental capacity. You feel faster, you feel stronger. You don't get any additional bonuses with that role. But I think just to start out, you would get a sense that you are more in touch with nature. And if you were to try to speak to it, it would speak to you.
Oh, so he's just got the Elf Plus subscription now. There's no ads. There's no ads on his elfiness now. He's just fully. He's got Elf Prime. Okay. Um, that's exciting. He's gonna. Okay. Oh fuck! I can exhaust myself. He's gonna go out. He's gonna wander up, try and as he braces his hands on the edge of his bed, he's gonna push himself up, kind of stumble to the outside where there is nature. You know, he's not in a building, and he's gonna go to the white tree.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
He's gonna stumble, which I assume is still there,
At
like
the sip,
not
yes,
blasted.
it's
Okay,
still
cool,
there, not blasted,
fantastic,
but it
wonderful. He is going to try and connect with the white tree. He's gonna shuffle up and just go, oh, for sakes, this is made it. Okay. Don't fail me now, nature. But as he puts his hand on its bark and tries to connect with it.
Go ahead and either I will allow you to use detect and dispel evil for 1 endurance point or 2 hope points, or you can roll me a lore check with ill favor.
I will
Or
do
excuse me, you are favored, so it would be a flat roll.
Yeah, I will
just a
do a
flat
law
roll.
check.
Alright.
Because I can.
Mhm.
Okay. He beats his target number by 4.
By 4. In touching the tree, you begin to feel that it is as close to death as a tree can be while still holding on to life. You also, through this sort of symbiotic mushroom signal, feel that within the ground as you touch the tree, a seedling from this tree is somewhere on the mountain within Minas Tirith, but you do not know where.
Oh, okay. Is the mountain pure rock or is it earth? Is there water in it? Is there other parts of it, or is it just
Other
stone?
parts of it. Other parts of it. It is not
Okay.
just stone.
I will. Can I? He's gonna continue his little mission. He's now on his own little quest where he's going to try and find this thing, and he's going to go to the earthiest, mossiest kind of part, and where there's maybe some water trickling down, and he's going to again touch. He's touching all of nature now. He's touching grass left and right. He's gonna
Full
put his
Disney
hand in.
princess.
Yeah.
Truly, he'll let a little like a little hum as he goes in, as he just tries to really feel where this sprout of life may be.
The rest of you coming up to see Halloweth at the infirmary in the Houses of Healing see Halloweth wandering somewhat more aimlessly than normal, as Halloweth, what you did not ask for was a look at your appearance. You didn't look at a mirror. You didn't attempt to check
I don't
yourself
think he
out.
really cares, to be honest.
It looks as though it looks as though Halloweth has been awake for 6 days, and the bags under his eyes have gotten somehow worse. Thronduil, in rolling the secret successful stealth check, I will say you are the first one to notice him. And Halloweth, as you begin to sort of teeter over as you exert yourself in this newfound magic, I think Thronduil, you can sort of catch him or just ready him.
Catch him
as
before he falls over.
Yes, as you're all just sort of following the elderly man, like, wait, Grandpa, don't, we have to, and you all sort of see him searching through Minas Tirith.
I'm sure Halloweth right now, in the Pixar short Jack Attack, when Kari, the babysitter, is like opening the door and she's like, "I'm Kari, the babysitter." That's kind of like how
Yes.
Halloweth is looking right now. He's like, "I'm Halloweth, the magical elf."
Oh no.
I'm picturing one of us being like, "What you looking for, boy? What you looking for? Where is it? What is it?"
There's magic. There's a seedling. There's more for Gondor. There's the history and the entire hive mind of Gondor. I can feel it. It's so alive, but nearly dead. And I can find it. It's in here somewhere. I know it's here.
Good boy. Go get it.
Oh, he's finding. He's finding. It's here. I know it's here.
Perfect.
You can come back up, Zach. It's this is not the method acting I needed from you today, but you're doing great, buddy.
This is called deranged, Zach.
You all, I think, take a moment, have Thranduil collect Halloweth, get him a little bit less ragged than he is. I do apologize for the switcheroo, but you are not very self-aware in these moments for what I'm planning. So you all make your way back with Halloweth to the Houses of Healing to reconvene. You see Yorith, the woman that's been taking care of you. Master Halloweth,
That's me.
do not do that again. Is he all right?
Search for the but the seedlings. There's life.
The Arthalas? Yes,
must-
I know I have much. Do you need
Do
some? Are
not
you in
ask
pain?
if he is well. He clearly is not.
I am as well as I have
But
ever
there
been.
is
Ask Feanor and Ratchet, and he picks them up. He goes, "Am I not as well as I have ever been? Am I not more in touch with myself and with you and with nature in general? Am I not in touch with magic? Am I not in touch with Middle Earth as more as I have ever
Master
been?"
Master Halloweth. And you see Ratchard sort of piping up to all of you. It would seem whatever procedure Master Halloweth had done upon both his body and mind have left him in a bit of a frazzled state, though it is true we do detect his presence. He is keenly felt among the minds of many of the rats and creatures within this tower. He means Minas Tirith.
I'm sorry.
Please tell me
Is
that
Ratch-
he's in an ill-fitted, like, hospital gown. And he just looks like a
butt
madman.
hanging out.
I'm
might
in a
be. Ass
glorious
out.
silken robe, and I shall wear this forevermore. I have never felt such comfort.
the
I
view
am
from
free.
behind is
Jesus Christ.
Billowing in the breeze.
I'm just picturing, like, is Ratchard a psychiatrist now? Does he have a little clipboard? Has he been diagnosing Halloweth? It was just very like, oh, I've been here before. I completely understand. Like, what? He's
I
very
think
confident in
by his
diagnosis.
tone, I think you would get the sense that Halloweth is, despite his disheveled appearance, telling the truth, that connection, that mention of being a girdle, that mention of the powers that he feels as though he has, having had whatever was inside him removed, has changed him in some way.
Tanel
Thranduil.
is chuckling in the
sorry.
corner. No, Tanel's
Okay.
just chuckling in the corner as this is all happening.
Outstanding.
Yes,
Thranduil,
DM.
you begin to feel somewhat heavier as you woke that morning, as the connection that you and Halloweth made when he offered to show you, but warned you not to go any deeper. That weighs on your mind mentally. Go ahead and make me a lore check if you don't mind.
Can do. One thing I never asked is Thranduil favored in anything?
Lore and athletics.
And song.
Oh, and song, but yeah, I kind of left that one out. But for you, who is actually sang,
And
So lore?
flouncing.
lore check, yes.
Oh, okay.
And as those numbers are tallied, Beery is not there.
Okay. Are you sneaking away, or have you not been? Are you?
He hasn't been there all day. Like
Okay.
since early morning, he has been
Mhm.
unseen.
Okay.
That is a 25.
A 25. On a 25, you feel as though there's a little bit of mental fortitude, that little bit of space that a computer has. If it's got 100 gigabytes, you suddenly got dropped down to 97 total. Something,
Oh dear.
a part of you was given away in all of this. You feel that weight. But I think you'll all look at Halloweth and see that he needs rest. I mean, there is clearly something here that's happening that could potentially be harnessed, but for now, unclear.
And now he's just
Halloweth.
wild.
Halloweth, rest with me and tell me what the trees told you.
Here now. Okay. The tree. Oh, it's so close. Its life is so nearly extinguished, and yet it still lives. It breathes. It exists in our presence and has the will to do so as long as it possibly can. And there's more of it. There's more that is young and will spring, and there's so much potential. There's more of it in the mountain. It's here. It's in Minas Tirith. It's within this vicinity, but the tree itself is so old, but so close.
Halloweth,
needs
as
it.
you say this, as you continue to talk, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but as you continue to
he's
talk,
just rambling.
yeah,
It's all
no,
good.
I'm gonna have you make a check actually, but I need you to
Oh.
make an awareness check.
Sure.
And I'm curious, would Thranduil, because of his connection to Halloweth, basically be able to tap into the same network?
You can try if you want. Make a lore check for me.
Okay.
Where's Aowen?
Aowen's there with you.
Okay,
Aowen's there
I
with
missed
you.
the beginning, so we're on a new day now. from
Yes,
the
this
last
is
time
this is the next day. Yes.
Okay.
Halloweth beats his target number of awareness by 6.
By 6. Okay, hang on one
And-
second. I'm rolling some digital dice. And then Chris?
And 23 on lore.
Got it.
12s are
Halloweth,
being kind.
Halloweth, you begin to realize that from a mechanical standpoint, you woke up with 3 health points and are not recovering them nearly as fast. You feel yourself begin to fade. You take 1 point of damage.
Oh,
Thranduil, you begin
ow.
to tap into the magic of whatever Halloweth is trying to describe to you. You do not feel it just yet. It might be something slightly different.
So I'm at 2 health right now.
You are at 2 health right now.
Okay.
I think at this point, you all are going to see Faramir roll himself in as the door opens and go, Commander Tariel and King Thranduil, and looks at all of you, Queen Eowyn. I confess I was only looking for Lady Tariel, but now that the 3 of you are here, I wonder if I might speak to you all.
Thranduil, I think, is like in the process of pushing, like leaning over Halloweth, sort of keeping him down. So a bit awkward. And,
if it is easier,
straightens.
we can speak here. And looks over at Yorith, and Yorith just gives a brief nod and walks out.
I think for some
Tariel.
way he just tells Halloweth, rest.
Yes, my king. And he'll just close his eyes and he's out. He's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tariel's looking at the rest of you like, dude, do you know what this is about?
Halloweth, I would like you to see if I want to.
Yes.
Like the last thing you hear before your consciousness slowly begins to fade is, I have a plan to launch an attack on Mordor on many fronts. I would like to steal a Palantir. And you fall into unconsciousness, Halloweth.
Can he say one last thing before
You can.
goes,
I think you
just
can
as he-
fight to maintain consciousness.
Yeah, he'll just fight to say, small group of us go up river, assassinate.
And you fall over. Faramir looks around at you all and goes, I understand. That was not my.
I can fill in those blanks if you need me to.
If you wouldn't mind, is he all right?
I believe so.
Very
He
well.
will recover.
Yes, he will recover. He is much changed over
So
the
it would
past
seem.
few days.
Yes. I confess, Halloweth and I are of one mind to a point. I would not ask any one of you to give of yourselves to try to take Gwaihir out. He is far too powerful, I believe, for any one person to defeat. I do believe, my Lord Thranduil, and he looks over at you and gets real serious. Your help was unlooked for, yet it comes at a most opportune time. For here gathered is not the makings of a second last alliance of elves, men, and dwarves. We do not need merely send a vanguard. We can launch a multi-pronged attack. I have battle plans. If you would have me, I would have you all march to Mordor and the mountains by river and sea and air and whatever means we have. For I would not do so alone.
Assail Mordor over the mountains? No one has ever done this.
No. The climbing will need to be done by the best, and a very secret, dark way that an ancient evil dwells there. I know not if any of you have heard tell of it, but there is more than one way in. And our main force could be merely a distraction, and if the Valar be good, perhaps Gandalf will return in time. And flight could happen. It is also not lost on us that the Ents are able to scale much more quickly than any man, elf, or dwarf could. And yet we have dwarves. And perhaps also beneath the mountain, if not to get in Mordor. Provide a distraction, a diversion, if you will.
That is a great sacrifice you will be making. If you are to be a distraction for us, but it is something that we were hoping you would provide. Because I don't think we can take Gwaihir head on. A small party such as ourselves have been planning to sneak up on him. The only unknown path or path less traveled is by river to the south, but that seems too far away now.
The river to the south is a diversion. I learned that at great cost as well.
What do you mean?
I believe Captain Sangaya could inform you better of this. But there is a way into Mordor, by river, up from the sea. However, many years ago, the way was shut by great evils that lie there. And yet, the enemy does not know that we know. I had it of a mind to ask Captain Sangaya, however foolhardy it may be, to be our second diversion.
Our plan was to sail up the river under the mountain. Are you suggesting that we no longer take that track and go through this other secret way?
I am suggesting we do all of it at once, but in order to do so, we must time this attack well. And to do that, we must draw Gwaihir away from the tower and steal the Palantir. Only then will we be able to coordinate, as we have the other two.
My lord, who will guard the city?
Commander Tariel, there may not be a city to return to, I fear. We may have the enemy on the back foot, yes, but behind the walls they are regrouping.
Do we know for sure, and this is Charlotte asking, that they have retreated behind the walls? I mean, or are they just regrouping at the foot of...
Make me an insight check.
Okay, because there's no reason to think that they would have gone all the way back.
That tunnel he's mentioned,
Mhm.
Gollum mentioned that to us as well.
This
didn't
would
he?
be the
Okay.
would be the
I
path
wanted
that
to make
Girathon yes.
Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure that we Yeah.
Which somehow feels like a personal attack. But okay, that's a 6. I'm happy to see that. 10, 15, 20.
20. You feel as though Faramir knows information that he is not sharing with you, that you are unclear on how he came about it. And that being unclear about it immediately pricks up a bit of suspicion as to where this information is coming from.
Okay. And when he speaks of having all the Palantirs, what's he like?
He seems, I think with that insight check, he seems fairly normal right now.
Okay.
DM question.
Go.
What happened to my Palantir? Like, where is it currently? Because it's been a minute.
Yeah, I think Elrond, as far as I am aware, one was with Halbarad, was given to Elrond, and then I don't know if we ever officially said it, but it has been in my mind that they have been with Elrond under guard, making sure that
Cool. I was like, I got mine in my backpack if you want it.
No.
Okay. So Tariel will regard Faramir for a minute. My lord, if we are to succeed, we must know all that you know. If you are withholding something, please trust us with it now.
Make me a persuasion check. I'll allow anyone that wants to potentially provide a fellowship point, but you'd need to role play something.
Can Thranduil stand behind her?
Ooh,
Yes.
Intimidation
Yes.
check.
Backing her up.
I'm gonna throw a
Nice,
hope point on this because I've
nice.
got
Yeah,
hope
go ahead,
points
go
to
ahead.
spare.
Oh yeah.
I don't need it. 10, 16, 21, 26, 27.
Easy.
Ooh.
He's going to look at you and say, Gwai here has an army that is so vast, we cannot even hope to outnumber it by any strength. It was my hope that in meeting him in single combat, I may be able to somehow draw him out from the tower, a kind of ceremonial, and you watch his bottom lip quiver, a ceremonial surrender, if you will.
A ruse.
A diversion
trap.
of sorts. Yes, a trap of some kind.
We need Beery here for that.
Yes, I confess I did wish he was here, but he is. It is, and you kind of watch his. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, she kind of looks around at that and yeah.
No, I was going to talk to him.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
I think like Eowyn will step forward, and she's been like real quiet this whole time. She's just listening. She's like, I have met Gwai here, not in the flesh, but in a place of visions and dreams. And she gestures to her face where she has this like big gash from the last time she interacted with the Palantir. She says, this is what he wrought just in that experience. What you were talking about is death and
Yes.
sacrifice.
Yes.
But
yes.
But
But
that
that is what it must take.
It will
Please,
not be a diversion. He will dispatch with you so quickly. He will not spare a single thought. You will fall.
But he will leave the tower. He will leave the tower, and then you all, perhaps with Hallowith's newfound
Faramir. He will
Commander?
never leave the tower. And you must stay and protect your tower. There is no force you can send that can contend with his unending force. If it is as you say, we must go by stealth and cunning. Don't send more people to die who needn't. We can do it. Let us do it.
And he looks incredulous. You three.
Four.
We four. Yes.
The dwarf.
Yes.
You
he
scoff.
is much needed.
I would not underestimate him.
The dwarf is our beating heart. We go nowhere without him. We can
Forgive me, I was
nothing.
merely remarking on the strangeness of the times.
This has been our plan for months. Whether you all knew it or not.
We knew nothing. We were alone, isolated, weary. So weary.
Faramir. You are isolated, perhaps, but you are not alone. You have two queens among you. The king of Mirkwood has come to your aid. We have all come to your aid, and at your aid we will remain.
I cannot ask you to march to your deaths at the Black Gate.
We were going to march to our deaths, with or without you. We do not need your permission. We will do what we must.
It was an inevitability that we planned 4 months ago.
And you, glancing at you, Eowyn, has your kingdom had some kind of plan to stop all of this as well?
Eowyn will look at him for a long time. She'll say, I have led my people to the best of my ability, and I have made choices and sacrifices on their behalf that I can never undo. But I stand with these three, and she gestures to the people in the room, and I will go with them and fight until I die and fall.
All three of you make me
And then she
persuasion
just vaguely
checks.
gestures around. I guess.
Yeah. All three of you make me persuasion checks. Yeah.
Done. As they do so, could you give me the time of day? Like what? I mean, is this early morning? Is
I
this
think
mid-morning?
this would be early morning. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, give me a time.
Call it 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. Okay, good.
Okay.
16, which passes my target number.
Okay.
19.
19.
I got a 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Chris?
many.
Chris?
Was I included in this or no?
Yes. Please make me a persuasion check. You all said something to him.
Okay. Eye of Sauron, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Aw.
Okay. Hang on there.
I lost my mojo.
Faramir punches you in the face.
Yeah. Alouette started to pop back up, and Thranduil was like,
Sorry.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Got a little distracted.
You begin to feel Halloweth attempt to claw his hand. Anyway, I think with 3 successes and 1 failure, but the failure being an Eye of Sauron, you're gonna see Faramir, his eyes just bloodshot. He's been awake for days at this point, with intermittent rest whenever Tariel or Arwen or anyone has encouraged him to rest, but it has been an exhausting time for him. He says, very well, we need not march to our doom yet, but time is of the essence. If you have plans. And then he kind of
Doom
sits
is
there and
upon
thinks.
us, whether you would will it or no.
Indeed. It seems as though... And he waits. And he's waiting more. Like, the silence is as uncomfortable as I think all of the podcast listeners feel, thinking, wait, did Don mess up there? Because it's a long time.
Can I insight check him? Like, why is he behaving in
You
this
can insight
manner?
check this. You can
Yeah.
insight check
Okay.
I was feeling the same.
this.
Like, no.
I don't know. Is my insight check from earlier still good?
I think that you would have to make another one for
Aw, man.
for this.
All right.
Sorry.
I got a 13.
He's got them
13.
crazy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
also
he
got a
does,
13.
yeah.
How many people beat target numbers? Is that everyone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By a lot. Smashed
Okay.
it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You're
My
gonna
target
watch.
number's pretty high.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna watch Faramir trail off and say, "I have things to." And looks up at you, Tariel. I'm glad it was the one. I'm glad you were the one that saved me. I am so defined by loss.
I did nothing. I could not. I could have done nothing without my friends, my lord. You must understand.
Indeed, and yet you still have them. I was never meant to rule. I was never meant to lead. That was Boromir. My father failed to prepare me for. And you watch his voice.
So did mine. Eowyn's just going to step forward. She's going to walk over. She's going to sit next to him down on the bed. She's going to say, our destinies and what we had determined for us are not up to us. But we are here now. I was never meant to lead. I was always second thought and second choice. And yet here I stand queen. What you were told, how you were taught, it does not matter now. We have suffered enormous loss, all of us, and we must continue the fight for as long as we can. And this, and she does that hand gesture canonically, this, it will not win the day. I am sorry for your losses. I am sorry for the things that you have seen. But we all share in your loss. And we share in the horrors that we have witnessed, which is why we are working together. Please let us work with you, and let us help you. Let us defeat this together.
Not about you, Faramir.
So I'm being a baby.
Make me a persuasion check.
Man, my life is so hard.
Actually, take favor on that one.
Thank
Take
you.
favor
I
on
was
that.
just about to say.
My daddy didn't love me.
My brother.
For me.
Oh, that's a 15, but with favor, is that an extra one? I forget what favor is.
No,
I'm
no,
not
it's
gonna
roll
idea.
2d12s. Roll 2d12s.
Okay. 16.
16. With a 16, you see the single tear not fall from his face as he breathes in deeply and is like, I apologize. I fear my mind may have been. I have looked into the Palantir a second time.
Oh, come on. Why'd you do that? That's not how
Knew
he
it.
does
See, I
but
knew
that's
it.
how
I
Kate
knew
does
it. Stupid,
Bruh,
angry rock.
what are you doing?
But you must understand. I feel everything around me. Gwai here showed me. And Halloweth, your ears begin to prick up. I know what it feels like to speak to the world around you. And Thranduil, you, I think, begin to hear in his tone of voice a sincerity that beguiles the nature of the magic you own. I fear my mind has been changed or corrupted in some way, and yet I would not ask you all to lead in my place, but I fear I may be more harm to this battle than good.
Point of order.
Hmm.
I have also looked into the Palantir twice at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do I also feel this rad connection with all things?
Go ahead and make me an awareness check.
Okay.
Lore check, actually. My apologies.
Well, that's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, not amazing.
Is
Okay.
Faramir saying we have to invoke the 25th Amendment?
The 24th.
No, actually, I'll allow this, actually. Halloweth, I will give you the option to give, and only Halloweth, and it is your choice, to give Kate, as Eowyn, one of your hope points as you feel a mind begin to reach out.
Yeah, sure, take it. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, you don't have to. It's okay.
Roll an extra
like,
d6 for it. Yeah, roll an
okay,
extra
okay.
d6 for me, Kate.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's a 4. So that's
That's a 4.
14.
Halloweth, you begin to feel in the same way that Eowyn called upon the trees, that it is not any elven magic. And I think with Katie's success and you're letting her in, you begin to realize that this is the true essence of what a girdle can be. It is a connection to the living, breathing forest. And sorry, would you roll, Eowyn?
I got a 10 and a 4, so 14.
Okay. I think Thranduil, you would also, not quite as deeply because it was Halloweth that let her in, you would also feel an almost nudge as the mind, as Eowyn, your mind begins to sort of be in tune with this thing that was not there before, that you didn't even know to look for, but that because you had that connection with the Ents and you have seen the magic and heard Halloweth explain it, has been there.
Okay.
And I think there's just the slightest touch, as humans can't control the magic, but there is a connection there, that whether good or evil, I think you get the sense that it's a consciousness, neither good nor evil.
Awen's in the hippie club.
I know. I was like, Eowyn went to Burning Man.
I think Thranduil, sort of noticing that tentative press of her mind as she tries to connect, I think he has a moment of realization, and he looks from Halloweth over to Eowyn, over to Faramir, and I think he just says, "You've been touched by the magic of the Maiar. In your own way, you are sensing the song."
Is that even possible?
For today, I would have said no.
Forgive me, was it not the great Tuor of Gondolin who felt the Valar speak through him and give kind words, the right words to say?
Indeed. The Valar are, shall we say, detached. More frequently than not. But I myself have been privileged enough to be trusted by one of the Maiar.
Then I bow to you, my king. Lead us where you will, and you watch his head slowly go down. I want you to make an insight for me, Thranduil.
Okay. I forgot to notate if I have hope points to burn. I think I have
You have
2.
3. I believe you have 2 left. Yes.
2. Okay. I'm going to use 1.
Okay.
20. Beat it by 5.
You see a weariness in Faramir's eyes that you recognize. His mind is not gone, but he is on a precipice. And I think you feel a sense of leadership in this moment, as does Tariel and Tanel and Eowyn, and Beery's not here and Halloweth's unconscious, so, girl power. But Arwen, let's say for the sake, is not here, but also involved in the conversation somehow, mentally. He's tired.
So I sense that he's basically near a psychotic break.
He's tired. He's tired in a way that words fail to describe.
If you are asking me to lead your people and mine, I will.
I am not asking.
I think you can see on his face how very seriously he's taking it.
Yeah. I am not asking you to lead men, King Thranduil. I am one soul asking another for help, in whatever way you see best fit to provide it. For I may give hope to men, but I keep none for myself. And that's an extra 6 HP to the final boss, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was very good.
Thranduil will step closer to Faramir, and he's seated in his chair, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think he will reach down and clasp his shoulder, sort of close to, not like face, but like close to the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And he will just say, as a father who lost a son, I am at your service. You've done well, and you do your father proud.
A single tear falls down his
Drink
face.
for single tear.
Yep.
Tariel will look over at the door and look back at Halloweth. He's had better. He's had worse.
He looks a little loopy. Beery walks up and he's got wood chips all in his hair and his beard. Oddly enough, he's been working carpentry, even worse. Oh my god. And he's holding a little a lovely plate full of tomatoes. The kitchens wanted me to drop this off to the the steward. Here you go. Puts it in his lap. The kitchens wanted me to bring up the tomatoes. I was down there getting a snack. And over his shoulder he's got like
I just have to allow it, don't I? I just have to fucking allow
Yes,
it.
yeah,
don't
you
I?
have
There's
to.
Gotta have
no-
You don't
There's
have
no
to.
way
Dog.
around
You
it.
don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
No, Kate, I do. This is the rule we abide by. Because if we don't follow the rules, then what are the stakes? Can't just get rid of the tomatoes.
We have to
Exactly,
the tomatoes.
He's
Carry
got
on,
the
Beery.
bundle.
Sorry.
He's got like Santa Claus bundle over his shoulder. It's a little bit taller than he is, and it's kind of tubular. He's okay. So what I miss?
We do need your mind for a plan we are concocting, but do you? And she like sees the wood chips and the sack and goes, "Do you ever rest for a moment?"
Rest when I'm dead. No, I got a
Very
lot of
well.
life to live. I don't have as long as you guys to mope about. Well, besides you, your highness, and he bows to.
Oh, no, that's quite all
Helen.
right, Master Beery. And he looks up at the ladies, and the king goes, I think I've had my fair share of sorrows today, yet mind is sharper. And you can kind of tell he's trying to pick himself up out of it in a more positive light, given Beery's appearance.
I have a feeling that Beery has brought something to lift all of our spirits.
Oh, do tell, Master Dwarf.
I think you see a little smile start to curve Thranduil's lips because he's just like, oh, this is going to be good. I just know it.
No. Don't turn the pressure up. I mean, we're only saving the world. I mean, there's plenty of pressure to be had. But I feel like I cracked it. I feel like I cracked the code, you know?
Okay.
So we've met all these wizards, right? And they're all just blundering about, not knowing what the hell they're doing, just somehow making it, right? It's luck. I swear it, and I feel like I know the source of this luck. And he opens up the bundle, and he's got 4 lengths of wood with iron fittings on either end.
Okay.
It's a walking stick. Eh? You can't have a great adventure without a proper walking stick. Mm-hmm. Looks to Halloweth.
Thranduil does have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
does.
you see,
Yeah.
you've done quite well for yourself. I mean, I'm glad you already had one. I didn't make you one, Your Highness. I apologize.
Foresight. You are blessed with it, something chronic.
You know, I mean, I do my best. It looks to Halloweth. What is he like? Just cuckoo right now?
He's sort of flitting in and out of consciousness, as is Master Zach.
Okay.
Hello, Barry. It's been many a moon. Oh,
Giving it a little poke on the chest. Hey, you're looking better. You look lighter.
I'm certainly lighter. The burden of, well, everything it seems has certainly been alleviated somewhat, but I'm feeling a little too bright, if you know what I mean. Just a little much.
Now let it in. Let it in. This is good. This is good for you.
I'm doing everything I can, Master Dwarf. I say, is it just me or do you look taller?
Well, kind of like stiffens up a little bit, straightens his back, squares his shoulders up. Well, you never know. Might have had a growth spurt.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. What have you got there?
Oh, well, a couple of things for all of my friends. I mean, sorry, but I might have something for you if we might have an exchange.
Oh,
Looks at
okay.
Eowyn. Let me start from the top. And he, kind of looks through the sticks, and he like rests the others on his shoulder, and he holds up one that's more like his sized. And there's this complex kind of dwarven fitting that they all have, very hexagonal, but it looks like a bit of a puzzle. And but the bottom of it has like 3 slots, and there's filigree spiraling up each of them. And at the bottom of his, there's classic dwarven Art Deco iconography, and then it kind of slowly morphs into very flowy, very like Rindeva. Sorry, they're trying to think of the plural of Rivendell. Anyways, the people of
Rivendell.
The
Yeah.
adjective
Rivendell.
Rivendell.
Rivendell, yes. Bad
In
at seizure.
Latterson?
Yeah, and it just forms into those elven kind of fluid forms. Because when I totally by my free will left Everball, my journey was going to take me to Rivendell, and I got there and I met all of you, but my purpose was to meet elves and to learn from them and learn craft, and I feel like I kind of succeeded. And he leans on it a little bit, and yeah, feels good. And he looks to Toriel. Commander,
She looks at
you,
you expectantly.
yeah, you, my dear friend, are a bit of a hard ass. You know it's true. I mean, it's part of your station. And you've done such a good job at kind of tethering us together with rooted realism. You don't let me fly away like a kite in the wind.
She does excel at that.
And he hands you over his staff. This one's yours. And at the bottom, there's a bunch of cobwebs and wonderful like webbings and things like that. Just really kind of spooky. And then it slowly morphs into just dots and like little kind of hexagonal stars. But the webs don't stop. They kind of continue up into like little constellations. And at the top of the constellations, there's 4 dots, and they're all linked. You really have done a good job of holding us together and not, letting us get ash over tea kettle.
And she looks at the staff.
Yeah. It's your lucky stick.
And then she looks at Thranduil. And she just kind of hefts the staff meaningfully. And something about her expression, which she is trying to keep neutral, says something like, I told you so. There's just a little smirk there. She's just really pleased. And then quickly as it's there, it's gone again.
I think Thranduil locking eyes with you and seeing that expression and the pride of it, I think you and probably just Tanel will hear just the softest chuckle of just admission. Like he'll take the L there that you were right. But he's chuckling so softly that only elves who are not dying in their beds right now would be able
Right,
to
of
hear
course.
it.
Yeah.
So I think Alouette's left out.
And actually, wait, hold on, stay there. Wait.
Okay,
Oh,
for the
oh.
podcast
no.
listeners, she's
What is she
stepped
doing?
away. She has a staff.
Hey!
Yes.
Perfect.
Wow.
Oh my
Look at
God,
it.
Charlotte's got a walking stick. Charlotte,
the
please
Damn it,
describe.
Janet. I
It's a
love that.
good adventure stick.
It's really
That's a good
good.
one.
It's really good. I got it from a man on Facebook. She'll just give it like a little, sorry, honey. Just a little thump. Just a little meaningful test,
Yeah.
Seems sturdy enough.
Can Thranduil reach out to just Tauriel for a moment in Osanwe?
If Tariel allows it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You feel the green press of Thranduil's mind, and once you let him in, you just hear him say, "It suits you well."
You will just feel her accept that. That's all. Just that. Thank you. I know, sort of feeling.
He was not expecting anything back.
But out loud, she's still saying, "It will serve." Thank you.
It has before. I mean, so truth be told, these are like banners. They were held in banners up before they shattered in the battle and things. So they're a little bit repurposed. Truth be told, I tried to claim something a little bit more exotic, but early this morning before first light, there's this great white tree out in his garden, and I was like, "This is perfect."
Oh,
There's a couple roots that were perfectly twisted. I was like, "Oh my god, this is definitely Tanel's." But the guards about tossed me off the cliff.
yes. Yes.
Thranduil stifles a laugh.
It's important. It's somehow important or something. Anyways, I don't know
Yes.
wood.
Yeah, sorry, like
it's like
blanches.
grass.
Dawn also blanches. Carry on.
Oh god.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Oh yes, and he looks to the last two in his hands, and Dane and Hal, my two oldest friends, besides Gorge, of course. And oh yes, I made you a bear too, of course. And I just want, and he kind of leans on him and kind of leans into you guys. I would really like to thank you for your bravery, not only in battle, but to let me in, let all of us in. You've gone through so much, and oh, I don't know, like you took a lot of bravery to do what you've done. Those of us born of Ale, there's a saying, they say like the hardest fires forge the hardest steel. It makes it tough. And well, that's all of you. And you look here, and he kind of points to the bottom, and both stabs have fire spiraling up the bases. And Tanel's, it starts from fire, and then it goes to like greenery, and I mean, it's just a carving, so it doesn't have color. Maybe one day, but it's all leaves and vines. Life. Hands it over to Tin. And he kind of lays his down next to Hal on his bed, and it's also starting with fire, but it morphs into kind of very abstract notions of water, and then crystalline forms of earth and crystals and soil and rock, and then up to wind that kind of spirals around the handle. And like, I've seen you, my friend, do some pretty incredible things with the elements. Feel like maybe shine a little light on that. I don't know. I was feeling invigorated by victory this morning.
A very sweet victory indeed. This is beautiful, and I shall use it well, and I shall use the elements to continue to hopefully make a good show of it. And with that, he's gonna like clutch it close, like it's clearly very precious to him already, and just slowly pass out again.
Slinks away.
No, he doesn't slink away. He just like rocks his head back and thunk back onto the pillow. He's done. As I think Zach has done as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down, Zach.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and add one fellowship point to the pool, and you each gain a hope point. We will take our
Nice.
5-minute break there,
Yay.
Cool.
having
Okay.
successfully convinced Faramir to not lose his mind. Halloweth, thank you so much, Zach, for toughing it out through this one. We will come back, have our final wrap up. We're going to keep this one, like I said, a little bit shorter before the rest of the party makes their plan to defeat Gwai here. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And welcome back. We are down one Zach, but that means we are going to be having a series of vignettes for this second half because as the day with Halloweth continues, I had all of you make a certain number, not all of you, but I had some of you make a certain number of checks as things were happening out or around. Who would like to go first? Let's go with Tori. Tanel, in successfully succeeding your check, you notice your parents just sort of politely lurking outside the window, but not coming in to interrupt. And Kate, you see that there is a large-ish dwarven creature in armor, as well as Halbarad, who has popped in. Hello, Justin.
Yay!
All right.
Incredible.
Boy is
Always
back
happy
in
to see
town.
Justin.
Oh, it's
Boys are
on.
back.
Hi, Justin.
Justin.
What's up?
Hello.
Welcome to the second half.
What did I miss?
Halloweth's got a bunch of magic, and Thranduil's the king of Mirkwood, and also all of the other elves.
High King. High King of the United Elves
High
of
King
Middle
of the-
Earth now.
Hi, King.
Yes,
Is that
High King.
allowed?
Elrond
He
gave
just
the
did
okay, and
it.
there's he kind of just did. I mean, who's gonna stop him? Galadriel?
I mean-
Elrond? Elrond said yes. I'm not about to do that fan fiction.
Galadriel's off to the west. She could
Mhm.
care less right now.
I,
been through
Elrond's
too
dead.
much.
Círdan is dead.
I did not vote for this, so
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
just got
thankfully,
lost in the
different
mail.
party. So
No one asked you. Yeah.
We'll start with Tori.
Mhm.
Tanel, you see your parents lurking sort of just outside the window in one of the houses of healing. Not like looking to come talk to you somehow, but
She politely excuses herself, brings her new staff along,
Mhm.
and meets up with them.
I'm so glad you saw us. We saw you in the window. We didn't know if you need to go back in.
In a moment.
Of course. We just wanted to be sure. And I think at this point, Halbarad, you're going to notice within this sort of houses of healing situation that we're in, Tanel has stepped out and is talking to her parents.
Mhm.
We simply wanted to see where you were, check on you.
Yes, I'm glad that everything was fine with you as well. It's been a difficult past few days.
Yes, we were so worried for you to know that even if you did survive, it might.
I'm
Well, you
fine.
know,
I'm fine.
No sleeping again, I hope.
I'm fine.
If you need to, you can take all of the time you need. I'm sorry, you were saying something. You carry on.
Do you still have those seeds from Laura?
Fishes around, takes him a second, but yeah, pulls them out.
Good. So I guess we haven't really found a place to land yet.
We are together. That is what matters.
Yes. I feel I may be disappointing you again in the following days. There's some discussion of further movements so we don't lose the momentum of this success, really, in defending the city. So I will be departing again.
A begrudging acceptance is the main facial expression you'd get out of this, and they go, your father nods, your mother just sort of glancing around. Just so long as you feel that is right, that you've exerted yourself so much to know we don't want you to sleep more again. There's
everything everyone has. But it's almost done. I think I can't stop now.
Well, you have a knack for doing it with or without your. Do you want to be like you were before? I would not see you sleep again.
No. A lot has changed, but I can't stop now. I hope you understand that.
You must. We can't. Tanel, what if... Tanel, you cannot go and fight this battle. You are too weary.
I will not be alone.
Yes, you have your friends, your dwarf friend, Beery. His mother's quite the...
Yes, I'm glad you've met her.
The awkward tension just kind of sits there because they're clearly trying to get the point across and say something. You've got, this is just...
Yeah. She just goes, I love you. And if I stop now, you are still in danger.
But
everyone is.
But then we would get to keep you here awake.
But I will not be satisfied.
Your mind will be intact.
At what cost? Running? I am tired of that.
Tanel, we've had this conversation or similar ones like it before.
Yes.
Have you explained to your friends why it is you are with us still after all these years?
They know.
Do they truly?
They know enough. Perhaps they will know more. I believe they've seen now a bit more of Gondolin and what happened there.
Well, and you watch your mom just kind of trail off, and you see your dad start to get a little bit riled. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. I forbid you. I forbid you. No, you listen to me. You listen to me. We could not wake you for years after we lost Raina. And I know you asked us not to say her name lest you fall into the slumber again, but I would not see you risk your life.
I already have.
Tanel, you know how old you are, yes? Do you ever wonder why your skill has been lacking, how in lessons you always struggled?
Go on.
After Raina passed, you asked to go to the Undying Lands to see her again. And you were so upset you fell asleep for a very long time. And then you woke up and you were well again. Do you remember when the tree fell, just a few from ours, the Malorn tree? That was what woke you the first time. We thought it was loud noises, but this...
Father,
Do you even remember? Your anger, your rage, your excitement, your drive, the fire in you, it's going to burn you out now if you keep pushing yourself.
Which is why I made a new promise to Reyna. Stop. I saw her again.
Faces. Disbelief. Tanel.
I know.
Please, not this again. Please.
Stop. 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 I know it. I saw her again. I promised that it would not. That I would control myself. And I have. And she has led me here. If I stop now, it will be in vain. It will be an insult to her memory.
You may put your friends' lives in danger. Make an insight check for me.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's a weird reaction from him. Da-da-da.
Tanel lore.
Eye of Sauron.
Oh,
That's so
oh,
disappointing.
no.
Dude, parents mess with you, man. I get it.
Oh yeah, she's getting frustrated.
Yeah. I think in doing that, you think back to what your mom and dad have said. You can't even put two and two together. What are they talking about? Sleeping? What are they talking about? My you know every moment of your life. You've been there. You've gotten to that point. And it doesn't make any sense.
I am doing this. With or without your permission.
Well, we've never been able to stop you. Just know that we're worried about you.
Yes, I know, but this and she just kind of like stops and just leans against the wall and goes, perhaps the past few days have muddled my mind a bit, but how can I make you understand? Why are you not understanding?
We don't want you to die. Going to see Reyna, as you so often have desired to do. It's a death wish, daughter.
It is not a death wish. If I think it can be done.
Did you charge a Balrog?
How do you know that?
You are free to make your own decisions, Tanel. And you see your parents start to slowly back away as Halbarad comes up the walkway.
She just watches them, and there's this like irritation, and she hates that the conversation has ended this way, though. But she doesn't know it's an impasse. There's not.
Halbarad, you see Tanel having a conversation with her parents, and her parents are walking away.
I'm just covered in orc guts.
Yeah.
It's been a day. It's been a day. You can be cleaned off.
No, he left it.
No, I left it. Is there any food? Any ale?
Yeah, I think
hungry.
There's tomatoes.
We'll just say you've. Oh God, no. I'll say there.
No, I'll eat a tomato. I'm gonna eat a tomato.
Please.
Yeah. We'll
Crunch it
say
up
you
real
all walk
good.
back into the houses of healing. Your parents walk off, and Halbarad, you see a small cherry tomato just on the table as the rest of the group is there.
Just a small one. I'm gonna take a handful.
Wait,
like
Don, we're all there right now?
I'd say this is all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tanel
that
walks in.
changes things a little bit.
Tanel just walks in like brow furrow, just like she wants to be angry but can't.
Do you not like your steak?
What? No,
I got my measurements
I
right.
know
didn't I?
it's perfect. It's perfect, Barry. It's perfect. It's just, it's perfect.
Good.
Don't worry about me.
So what is Tanel holding? Just a
It's a
stick?
staff. Yeah, it's a stick.
We got
Barry
fancy
made a
sticks for
staff.
Barry.
Glorified
Made us
walking
fancy
stick.
staves, and
Lucky sticks. Can't lose them. They're lucky.
Mhm.
Halloweth is unconscious on a bed, clutching his staff. He looks real bad.
With Thranduil probably just petting his hair occasionally.
Yeah. Just like every time his head pops up, Thranduil's like, no.
I'm just gonna look up and down at the staff like, what's the twig for?
It is a boon.
That's an
A-
interesting name for a stick, but okay. Are you a wizard?
Gods no.
No.
How many people have staffs here? Or just the wizard?
Thranduil has one.
Mhm.
They all got sticks.
It's
Oh,
in
God.
fashion.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna clutch my sword a little tighter, like, okay. Bunch of fucking weirdos.
Can Thranduil grab like one of those like dressing towels or something to sop up blood and just sort of throw it at
Yeah, yeah, easily.
I didn't say anything. Jeez.
No, not like that, but just you're
That's for the
messy. This is a
tomatoes.
sick
Oh
room.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Clean up. Clean up, my guy.
As I catch the towel and I have a handful of cherry tomatoes. I'm looking around and I see Tanel's parents leave the room. Where's their stick?
Jesus Christ, Justin.
They wouldn't want one. I
Hmm.
don't think. They shouldn't even be here.
Why?
I told them to stay out of danger, and
Why?
because I care for them.
Okay. I'm just gonna get another handful of cherry tomatoes.
As
I'm
you
judging
do,
like side eye, like
And Tanel's like, there's a little bit of irritation as her eye narrows. She's like, could you just for today, not? I've already been yelled at once.
who's yelling? Not me, for once. I guess they will do what most of you elves do.
I do not know.
They'll just sit back and watch good men die.
Thranduil, you are standing right there.
I tried to help
Thranduil
you.
clears his throat and gives him the eyebrow.
If you will recall,
You saw me in battle.
Yeah. If
That
you
was a
will-
dig. It.
Yeah.
That was definitely a dig.
Oh yeah. Tanel goes, if you recall, I tried to aid you, and you made me stay atop the wall.
Made you?
Don't.
I'm gonna look down, up and down. You have legs.
And so
Arms.
just
Thranduil leans back and just crosses his arms to watch.
He's like right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
don't. That's all she says. Just don't.
I think as this moment is happening, Elrond is going to walk in again and see all of you, Halloweth, being asleep. Excellent, you're all here. Halbarad. Oh, Queen Eowyn, welcome. Where is your dwarf friend?
I'm right here.
It's right here.
Master Beery, there is a question I've been meaning to ask you, and only you.
Oh, I have a question for Beery too. Is it the same question?
Well,
Mm,
it's
What
real
is your
hard to be
question?
this important, you know.
what is your question, Master Halbarad?
I'm gonna look at Beery straight in the eye. Is he dead yet? Your friend?
Well, I know you're not talking about Gorge.
No,
Okay.
the spindly
What are you
one.
talking? I mean, yeah, I'm not quite up on the whereabouts
No idea.
of that friend. Still tracking him down.
Tariel makes a rude noise.
You're tracking him
Quite
down.
gassy, the tomatoes.
As it happens, Halberad, we are of one mind. Gollum has been spotted. And
Where?
I'm gonna tighten
Laser
that belt.
focus.
All right. I'm
What?
gonna
Easy
tighten
now.
that.
Tariel's
No, no,
head, like,
Ranger.
whips
everyone
around.
quiet. Everyone
What is
quiet.
there to discuss?
Master
He's a-
Beery, I'm
he's a
told you've
traitor.
developed a kind of relationship with this creature.
I've been working on it, yeah.
There is no time. He has to die.
Be that as it may, his fate may be tied to that of the ring, and I would not see him in the hands of the enemy. Master Beery, I have a request of you.
Name it.
Your reputation precedes its artistry, and loath would I be for an elf to ask something of a dwarf, given all that has transpired. You seem to be one of the few in this kingdom that can bring him in. If there is any hope.
So he's
He
near.
He was spotted alive, but gave my scouts the slip.
He's a slippery bugger. He's like an eel.
I wonder if you might be able to catch this eel.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I finished the Lucky Sticks. That was on my big to-do.
I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh, don't worry
sticks
about
that you
it.
bought that.
It's a secret. It's a secret thing.
Very well.
But yeah, of course.
Very well. We shall prepare a bit tomorrow, but I will send you out at first light. Make your preparations. I have horses ready to go and a direction to send you.
Fish. The chap
Fish.
likes fish, but don't you dare cook it.
Raw fish. I shall
Mhm.
speak
Have it
to
ready.
those in the storeroom. Fish, yes, of course. Master Halberad, you had your hand raised. You can simply speak up.
Beery, may I assist you in this mission?
I feel like there's a bit of conflict of interest, my friend.
My
I love you to
mistake.
death.
My mistake. I shouldn't have said may I. I'm going to be assisting you on this mission.
Master Halberad, and this is Elrond piping up, I actually wondered if you and I might speak. I have a matter of grave import. That is, and glances around, for the likes of your ears only, given your ranger nature, if you understand me.
Okay. Beery, get our horses ready. We're gonna go. And I'm gonna do a little sidebar with Elrond.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are we of same mind?
We may be, but that is not for me to say, is it? Here, and gives you a very knowing nod.
Okay. I leave with Elrond.
Elrond is actually looking. Elrond actually is going to stay. He is going to point. He is going to point at Thranduil. Say, "If I would, my king, word has reached me that Steward Faramir has relinquished control of the city, given his current standings."
He has.
Why?
He's going to look over at you and ask, and say, "Have you ever been weary, Halberad?"
He's gonna breathe he almost takes a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
Just holds it. Not today.
Faramir is far wearier, I assure you. But we have much to discuss. King Thranduil, if you would, the blacksmith's forge. I have some dwarves I must consult on some new designs. And glances over at you, Beery, and just kind of gives you a wink. It's like, you'll see what I mean in a moment. Okay. Halbarad, go ahead and make me an insight check.
We're rolling dice today?
We're rolling dice.
Jeez. Okay. Insight? That is... What is my insight?
You got
Do
my
I have
text
insight?
on.
Oh, 2d6.
Hmm.
Do I add 2d6 to a d12 in this game?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And Chris, that would need to come later. Let me see if I
Later.
can work that in. Yeah, that'd be a later thing as well.
No problem.
Oh,
Just
okay.
bringing attention.
That passes my target number.
Got it. You've only just sort of arrived and have been sort of talked down to, given into some secret plans. But you do clock that Aowen has been looking at Tanel the entire time.
God. Ugh. Okay.
The awkward silence builds as the two elves, Thranduil and Elrond, excuse themselves.
What is going on with the other dwarf that I spotted? Is he still just like awkwardly standing outside?
There is a dwarf chilling outside of the door.
I go and talk to him.
Okay. Good evening.
Can I help you? Are you looking for someone in particular?
Yes, I thought I recognized a voice, but I've not been in to see. I didn't want to be rude, but in there, that dwarf you're with.
Yeah, his name is Beery.
Thank you very much. And he walks off.
Ooh.
I would go in
as they're leaving.
Ooh.
I thought this
no,
was gonna
I
be
would
like
say
a
you've
nice
already
thing.
left.
I might have fucked up.
Okay.
I might have fucked up.
What have you done? What have you done? What
I
did
don't
you do?
know.
What
I
did
thought
you
it
do?
was gonna.
Oh,
I
no.
thought it was gonna be like nice. I thought it was gonna be like a nice thing.
Oh
yeah,
no, this is
maybe he was
perfect.
asking so that he
What
could
does
go
this mean?
get him a greeting card and spell
Yeah,
his name
maybe
right.
go get him a plate of
I'm
tomatoes.
sensing some Beery backstory that might be happening next episode.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sensing
no.
that as well.
So I'm gonna like Erwin is gonna like realize kind of what she did. Like, oh, oops, that was a oopsie. So she's gonna go back into the tent and basically just like manhandle Beery out the tent, like so she can attempt to show Beery the guy who's walking away and say, that dwarf was looking for you.
Don, do I recognize this dwarf?
Yeah, I'm sending you a message.
I hate
Oh,
this
no!
guy. Hey,
No,
Hey,
no,
wait,
no,
hi.
no.
Backstory.
Oh no. Oh no.
I-
Oh no.
Is it like a message? Where is it? A text? What am I looking for?
It's Zoom chat.
Okay.
Well,
You know it's bad when the DM has to like
Ooh.
message.
Now, Max,
Hey,
Max, I am leaving it up that this is your call, how you want to do this.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. This has got to be quick. I got to get this out. I might have to kind of disappear a little bit. I might have to do a little bit of magic act. You know what I mean? Anyways, but while I got you here, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Not worried at all. Hey, so kind of like pokes your arm. You're fucking amazing. You know that? I want to talk to you about Glittering Case because Erebor is my home, but like there's new homes. There's new homes out there, and I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, I could be so useful to Rohan. I could be of service to
Beery,
you if you let me.
Beery,
Yeah.
are you in trouble? Are you?
No. I'll be of great use to Rohan. It'll be awesome.
Of course, you will be of use to Rohan, but what specifically is going on? I do
Don't
not
worry
want you to
about it, it's
disappear.
fine. And he kind of tries to pull her down to his level a little bit. Everything's fine. But hey, guess what? For my first act of service, and he kind of like gestures towards Tanel, I do weddings.
Oh my god.
Eowyn will
And
be like, give him like just like a
Oh my
squinch, and she's like, and she'll just kind of like chuckle, and then be like, unless, okay, but all right, Beery, I just that's fine, but I need to know, are you all right? Can I provide assistance or aid or something? I'm sorry that I told him your name. It didn't occur to me.
No, it's totally fine. What I need to do now is go incognito because apparently this scrambly fella, this eel, this slippery Gollum. No, not Gollum. His name Smeagol's his name. Yeah, he's running out large and I got to go catch him first light. So I think I'm going to get into character now. Eh? I'm
Can
going to
I
get into
roll a
character and get real
stealth check,
sneaky.
Don?
Am I still
anyone-
here as well?
You would all see Beery be ushered out the door. Chris, I'll allow it. If you want to, this would be a scan check for you, but ill favor. The rest of you can make insight checks.
There's an Eye of Sauron.
Oh,
Of course.
The darkness perceives me.
mhm.
So what am I rolling, Don?
You're rolling an insight check.
Oh,
Fire?
again.
So I rolled one just for funsies.
No.
And I got a Gandalf with a
course you
6
did.
and 2 5s.
I
Ooh.
was about to roll a stealth check.
That beats
but
mine, but I
think
did beat
need
my
to.
target number.
Okay.
I got a
I
17.
also beat my target number.
Okay. So, as per usual, Tanel is the only one that's going to get this information, and the rest of you are going to get the following information. Overhearing this conversation, you realize that Beery stole something, and that dwarf is probably pissed about it. Tanel,
Mhm.
with the armor that dwarf is wearing, you know that whatever Beery stole is incredibly valuable.
We did know that he could. Okay, all right. I'm connecting
Tori.
some dots.
Thranduil
Yeah.
only knew that
Tori.
that he
Yeah.
was in trouble with
Yes.
Erebor.
Wait, I want to hear what
Yeah.
Donna's going to tell Tori.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
He stole something very valuable to the dwarves.
Ooh. Okay. Perfect.
So Eowyn, yeah, the offer stands, and he's already kind of like backing up, like slinking away, doing his.
Tanel's gonna
This
just
thing.
step behind him so he backs into Tanel.
10, I didn't see you standing there.
I'm going to ask the same question that's probably already been asked. Are you in danger?
Aren't we all? I mean, it's the end of the world and all.
Beery. Halloweth has poured his heart out. It is time for you to do the same.
Hey, no. This is all like municipality stuff, It's boring legalese. No. We need to just carry on our trek. We have more important things. We have bigger fish to unfry because he hates cooked fish.
Do you still have it? The reason you had to leave?
You do not, Bear.
Oh, no. That's water under the bridge.
Where is it?
I feel like I'm getting really interrogated right now. I made you lucky
Don.
sticks, and here you are, back
Don.
me into a corner.
Can I
Yes.
do an insight check?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Please.
Oh fuck. Oh god.
Come on.
Okay, that's a 9 plus a 10. Hold on. Math. Okay, 10, 14, 20.
Beery, I need you to beat a 20. 1d12, 3d6.
With persuade?
Yep.
I'm going to use a hope point on this one.
No, you're not. What? I I am DMing it. I am ruling it. You
Oh
cannot use
my
a hope point
God.
out on this one.
No hope for you. Come on, come on,
Definitely not a 20.
come on.
Tariel, if he had succeeded, he would be dead. So clearly he failed. The question is not why or how, but the theft that he attempted to do has clearly led to some sort of exile, because there is exactly one thing that the dwarves would
Mhm.
banish
Oh
one
Hey,
my
hey,
another.
God.
Don. Hey,
Oh
Don.
my
Hey,
God.
Don. Is
What?
this
Oh
quest
my
something
God.
that maybe Tariel is already familiar with?
Oh my God.
You, of all people,
Yep.
would be
Wait.
incredibly well versed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Beery.
Oh, yeah. You see, Tariel, she failed her stealth check, so she's very visibly, just but quietly watching this entire interaction, and the wheels begin to turn. She's digging deep into everything that she knows about the dwarves, which might be a little bit more than her elven compatriots here.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few minutes, she will just step forward and just gently shoulder the other elves aside. She will kneel in front of Beery. She will take his hands and stare deep, deep into his eyes. Say, Beery, where is the Arkenstone?
Before you answer that, Beery, Chris, I need you to go ahead and make me a scan check, please.
I thought, oh my God.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way.
I was like, wow, yeah, what could it be? Well, there's the arc. There's no way that there's.
Why would this bitch try to steal the Arkenstone?
Oh no.
That's 22.
With
Scan.
a 22,
Dumbest thing you could steal.
you see the dwarf. And the dwarf catches your eye because he's moving with a swiftness you've not really seen. You know they're natural sprinters, but and you stop him a moment. Terribly sorry, your lordship. What can I do for you? I'm terribly busy. I've found someone I did not expect to see alive, and I would like to let my friends know.
Perhaps I should escort you in delivering said message.
I do not need an escort, but thank you.
Oh, I insist.
Very well. Come on, lads. And you see 3 or 4 dwarves come on up and walk closer to where the group is, as you and Elrond are paused for a moment. And Beery, we will now come back to you, as unbeknownst to you, what you do not see is Thranduil and the rest of the dwarves over your shoulder as Tariel asks you this question.
Oh.
And Max.
And he's like
Max,
instantly looking at exits. Oh, go ahead, Don.
check your messages.
Yeah.
And
He's
yes.
looking at exits.
And
You can
Tariel,
see
give
the
your
math.
hand a little shake. A little shake. She'll take you by the shoulders. A little shake. Beery. By our friendship and all that we have come through. Why?
It was a while ago. It's not my proudest moment, obviously. I've told you before, it was hard having a gift for building things and not having materials. The guild lords, they have all materials, and I had great plans for it. I did. I was going to change our society.
Were you
But
going to become king of the world? What would you
no,
possibly
no.
build with such a thing?
I want to win a king and nothing. It is a gift. It was not just a decoration on a chair. It was gifted from the mountain itself. The
To all of
earth.
us, it would seem, Master Beery, hello.
Can Halberd just laugh For the first
Oh,
time
God.
in a very long time, Halbert just does it like he stole the arc. Like a good belly laugh.
You're going to watch this dwarf walk up to you, kind of sauntering, a little happy with himself. I could not believe you were alive. I thought fool like you. But see, you've made friends.
Beery's shoulders narrow and he gets a little bit sheepish. His eyes kind of go to the ground, you know? Don, who is this?
This is the friend that you recognize from the dream with your dad, the one that convinced him to go to Moria. As Halbarad said, make him a metal wizard, but you asked for dreams, you got thoughts and flashbacks of your father. This is that same.
Throwback, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deep lore.
God damn,
Yeah,
I'm so
his
sad Zach
eyes-
isn't here.
His eyes finally meet his. Honestly, I didn't feel like I was gonna make it this long either. But you're still around, huh?
Aye. But for what it's worth, I'm glad you're alive. Do they know?
Oh, kind of like takes a breath. Oh, that's not the response I was expecting.
Times change.
Barry, who is this?
Oh, he's he knew my father. Yeah, who the hell are you?
The name's Meldin, and Meldun with an accent over the U. I know my pronunciation's probably off. And he goes, and this is the dwarf that tried to steal the Arkenstone. And that is where we are going to end
Oh my
tonight's
God.
episode
Oh my
of the
God.
Unpredicted
Oh my
Party.
God.
Barry, you dumbass!
Oh, he's such a
I-
dumbass.
What the
I thought it was just like, I don't know, really good metal that Beery was stealing.
Yeah,
I
was like,
immediately
surely it was
gasped.
a keg
I was
of
like,
ale.
surely
Like
not.
what could, yeah.
No, that was
Surely
strike
not.
1 and 2.
Mhm.
This bitch tried to steal.
Thranduil didn't-
Three is the fucking Arkansas.
This bitch tried to
Thranduil
steal the
had
Declaration of
interacted with-
Independence. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
you had a dream, babe.
That's not what I thought Beery did. Dang. I guess
What
we
do you
wrong.
think Beery did?
Should I say it now? I mean,
Please.
I thought he woke the Balrog or some shit.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
oh,
That's
no.
Just the
good.
guy who like did one wrong hammer move and
Mm-hmm.
and then the Balrog just came
Theory
out.
would be that guy.
There's
yeah.
enough
Someone had to do
self-loathing
it.
in this party.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Oh.
so sorry Zach was not here for that, but my God, you all rolled really well. And Kate, you
That was
Kate,
great.
Okay,
That
I would
was
like to say
beautiful.
for the record, and you can put this on the
Kate's a
podcast, John
narc.
Marshall. Okay, here's the thing. I was like, oh, terrible things are happening. Gwyer is taking over the world. We're trying to go to Mordor. Probably this guy's probably fine. Like, why would there be other conflict? There's more important things. I'll just be nice to him. That's what I thought. That's what my dumbass thought. Fuck.
I
Sorry,
manipulated
Vance.
you like Sauron. That's my job.
Like I was just trying to be nice to him.
oh man.
You
I
did
thought
great.
maybe he
I was
needed
fully ready.
help.
I was fully ready. I was planning on like the gay stuff scene between you and Tanel.
Oh yeah, it was gonna happen.
Not
Yeah.
expecting you to just narc on him immediately.
Immediately. So
Immediately.
My
fast.
brain, I was
so
like, oh,
fast.
he's a dwarf. I was like, oh, clearly
Scramble.
he's in armor. Something bad happened to him. He needs help. I was just trying to
Damn.
be nice.
Eowyn becomes the monarchy and immediately becomes a cop. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Eowyn.
Great
Wow.
narc.
Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back next week as the party shares some information about themselves and goes on the hunt for Smeagol.
Ooh.
You see what I did there? You see what I did
No.
there?
Yes.
So the hunt for Gollum is
Yeah, because we're
project
doing
that-
the
Yeah.
One for Gollum and the-
In the works question mark.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We will be live in 2 weeks, 7 p.m. Eastern. Also, just in the interest of full disclosure to my audience, it's probably not lost on anybody that we have not played a lot this summer and scheduling has been kind of ridiculous. That may soon happen. I'm moving to a different state. We're all working adults with jobs and things to do. So keep an eye out on our various social medias as we attempt to navigate this. We may need to skip a week going forward, but we will keep you posted. In the meantime, you can expect to see the podcast.
Yeah,
listen to
Kate's
Kate's podcast.
Listen to Katie's podcast.
Listen
And-
to Playboy
There-
contributor Kate Osborne's podcast.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
New place to find you, Katie. All right. Special thanks to our special guests, Wizard Way Chris, Justin Jordan, and Playboy writer Kate Osborne. As our time in Gondor begins to come to a close. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you in 2 weeks, Fridays at 7 p.m. that next Monday on youtube.com/DonMarshall72 or Podbean or wherever you get your podcasts. Before we go, any other announcements, things that we need to do? Things we want to say? All right, cool. 3 shout outs and then we wrap up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to
No.
make a note that Beery said he was kindly asked to leave over the Arkenstone.
Stone.
I was like, I know this is in my notes. I need the direct quote.
Brandy knew
Slow
there was
burn.
something there, and he spent a lot of time with the dwarves of Erebor the last few months.
Mhm.
Kindly asked to leave.
Kindly asked to leave.
And they're not mad. Like, to be
Dragged out
clear,
by his arms and legs.
yeah,
Screaming.
they're not mad at
On
you
fire.
anymore.
He
You're
got
just in
tossed.
exile. You're just in exile. You were tossed out. You're still alive. And they're like, holy shit, you're like a caged wild animal that I didn't recognize. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. Chris, where can the people find you?
You can find me on most socials at Wizardway Chris. I definitely check out my Patreon at Wizardway Chris. I just started an Elvish letter subscription service. So if you
Excellent.
want to receive Elvish Tengwar letters in the mail, check me out.
I do. Justin,
want
besides
that.
yeah. Patreon.com/wizardway Chris. Justin, besides wherever toys are sold, where can the people find you?
Did you just steal my line? What the fuck
Yes.
is this?
Every time.
Yeah, find me where those toys are at Freddy's Roommate on TikTok, Twitter, and on Instagram. Watch Dungeons and
Justin.
Demigods, the Percy Jackson themed Dungeons and Dragons show. It's a pretty good time.
Not you're in it, yes?
No, I'm just a cheerleader. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm just a fan.
I'm just a big fan.
Go check it out. It's really
Also,
cool. I like it.
Justin, if I may say, I've been thinking about this the entire time. You look like you're wearing a lab coat, and you look like in every disaster movie, the scientist that none of the politicians are listening to.
Yeah.
It's
Outstanding.
working,
What is it?
baby. It's
You
awesome.
know what? I
Outstanding.
should
It's
wear
vibe.
white more often.
There you go.
See it on
Finally.
Dungeons and Demigods. You never know.
There we go. Kate, where can the people find you besides Playboy articles?
Yeah. With my new weekly column in Playboy magazine. What the
Ooh.
fuck?
Yeah, dude.
I do, for real. I have a new podcast. I'm really excited about it. It's called Sorry I Missed This. It's on the Understood Network, by and for women with ADHD. We talk about ADHD and communication and relationships and intimacy. And I don't know, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Look at my socials.
Now,
Yes.
Kate, this is going to be the first time I have ever encouraged my viewers to do this. Y'all, go read that Playboy article. Thank you all so much
There's
for
like
watching
there's like
us.
moderate levels of spice though. There's like because here's the thing. Okay, like it doesn't matter. I know we're
Plus
trying to wrap,
Playboy.
but like
We-
they were like
I'm
write
living for it.
something entertaining, and then they were like write something like educational. I was like cool, and then they're like now write smut, and I was like well I don't know, and so I just like wrote what I thought was appropriate amounts of smut, and then Playboy magazine was like congratulations, you have a weekly column now. So I guess I
You
won.
hit
I
the
don't
right
know.
levels of smut.
Hell
Good
yeah.
job.
You picked the
Oh,
right levels
yeah.
of
Well
smut.
You're the
done.
queen of smut.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
With all of that smut out of the way, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern on
Mwah.
YouTube.
Bye,
Goodbye.
nerds.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.